If this video found you, chances are you are in a transition and you are looking for answers. The old certainties are dissolving, but the new hasn't arrived yet. There is no clear map, just a fog of uncertainty, and that feeling of confusion, the pain that comes when life is changing, but you are unable to make sense of it or see clearly what's next. This video, I will help you to solve that uncertainty and get clear and build awareness and make sense of these transitions. Maybe you are in your 20s, going between schools and universities and your first job. Maybe you are in your 30s. You are quitting your job and you are willing to build something for you, but nothing is working yet. You're not finding that path. Maybe you are older and you are in between relationships, between jobs, between cities. You are looking where you belong in the world. Or maybe you are all of that at once. And I have been there myself. You are standing right now in a philosophical vacuum, a spiritual transitions, where nothing makes sense anymore, but no new answer has emerged yet. Only questions, only restlessness, only pain, only judgment, only confusion. You are floating between realities without a real anchor. You're not alone. You are standing at a sacred inflection point. And if you cross it with awareness, you and your life will never be the same. I have witnessed many transitions of people like you, people who have lived similar paths, people who have passed through these in-between phases. Stay with me for a few minutes and I'm going to explain to you the anatomy of transitions and how to navigate this beautiful mess, so to speak. This won't be a motivational pep talk, quick talk. This won't be a personal story. This will be a philosophical, spiritual map grounded in life experience and wisdom and backed by science, backed by research. And I will promise you that at the end of this video, you will get clear awareness and clear clarity on where you stand right now and what you should do. The spiritual teacher Osho once said, "I want you confused, because confusion is the proof that you are finally waking up from the anesthesia of what's not working." When you are confused, you are standing close to the bridge that crosses over to your divine plan. Think about it, that you are between two lanes and there is a bridge in between, the old and the not known yet. Your divine plan is there. I want you, personally, I want you confused because I want you to succeed, because I want you to grow, and because I love you. Knowing where you are on that bridge, in the beginning, in the end, in the middle, will bring you awareness, peace, and hope to keep going, and you will understand what you need during that phase. But first, you must see that this bridge exists at all. So right now, I want you to become aware that there is this bridge. It is a law of nature. You can't know the meaning of day without understanding the meaning of night or the meaning of darkness. Clarity is born from unclarity. It's an upgrade, but that upgrade comes with phases. 4 phases that I'm gonna explain today for you to understand where you stand. So phase 1, it's called ending and letting go. New beginnings needs an ending. We don't start a new beginning. We don't start a transition with a beginning. It starts with an ending. It's a death and a rebirth. This phase is often triggered by something outside of us. A loss of a job, a breakup, a health issue, an accident, unfortunately. In certain cases, or sometimes, it comes from within. When self-inquiry shows you your old life is no longer fit for for your desires. In this phase, nothing makes sense anymore. You feel disenchanted, disoriented, you don't want the old anymore. You grieve because the identity that once defined you is dissolving. It's painful because it is a death. It is a quiet death of the familiar parts of you and your environment. Let's say you left a job, you're no longer that director, no longer that accountant, you're no longer that engineer. When you recognize this phase, your task is to accept it, not fight it. Let the fire of change burn away the old. Feel the grief fully, because the more you feel, the more you transform, the more you create space for the next to appear. This is what creates space for the new, not running away from these emotions. These phases This phase teaches us to let go, to loosen our attachment to what's familiar but no longer true. Here, there is a fight between clinging to what's familiar, what's known but dead and doesn't serve us, or surrendering to the unfolding, to the end of uncertainty and what will make you alive again. The keys in this phase are, the key words in this phase are identity, attachment, radical acceptance. Don't try to make fire from ashes. Create a new fire. This leads us to the phase 2, which is the neutral zone. The ending pushes us into the bridge. We walk into the bridge, the in-between phase. You have let the old burn away, faced your demons inside, cleared what doesn't serve you, but you are not yet reborn. You are in a cocoon. Think about it, you are in the womb, getting the nutritions and information from the mother to create that new identity and born again. Here you are in the middle of the ocean, alone. You can drift with the winds of change, or you can learn to use them towards one direction. The biggest danger here is your habit of doing. Emptiness feels uncomfortable for most of us, so you rush to fill it with something shiny. You rush to jump at anything that promises to fill that gap. A new job, a new relationship, getting out, distractions, etc. But I invite you to not rush, to bypass this phase in between. Remove distractions, avoid sedations, remove anything that makes you run away from yourself and your emotion. Let the space stay empty for a while. Practice self-inquiry, ask the right question. Who am I? What's my mission? What's my purpose? What am I grateful for? And wait for your soul to whisper back to you with answers. Use a journal, daydream, experiment. Try small things outside of your old routine. Meet people from circle you had never expect. This emptiness is the source of all creation, the source of inspiration. It's the fertile soul for your next self to grow. The key words on this phase are openness, space, miracles because they happen, dreaming, true self, and planting the seeds of clarity. This will lead us to phase number 3, which is new beginnings. You see, there are 2 phases before new beginning because each end needs a new beginning. The quality of your new beginning will be determined by what you have done previously. But in this quietness, a new beginning emerges. But here is the trap. We think that new beginnings are big and dramatic. No. They are usually humble, small ideas, an invitation, a chance meeting, a conversation that lights you up, a book that gives you revelation, a synchronicity, an awakening of forgotten wisdom or dormant talent at a cellular level. The big mistake is ignoring these soft openings because you are waiting for something huge, the next Tesla, the next $100 million startup. No, accept small beginnings. Be patient with baby steps. They carry the seed of divine success. Show up in the world or to the world with your authentic self. Share your new identity, your new found with the world so they can match that vibration to you. Bring your new identity and wisdom you gained from the ending and the neutral zone. And also follow what excites you, not just what makes sense to your logical mind, because you have been using your mind in the past. The key words in this phase are faith, trust, moving forward, and sharing with authenticity. Once you cross the bridge, once you cross in between, you reach your promised land. The 4th phase is the arrival to your promised land. Finally comes the arrival, the promised land. You cross the bridge. You didn't quit when it was hard. You didn't run from grief. You didn't numb your feelings. Now, instead of chaotic transformation and feeling in between, this stage is about balance, sustaining what you have created. In this phase, changes are softer, less frequent, and with smaller magnitude. In the previous phases, changes are with higher magnitude and there is more volatility. But I want you to be mindful. Complacency is the trap that put you here in the first place. If you close your eyes to life cycle, you will get shocked by sudden change. So what I want you to do in this phase, to stay open, to trust to life's rhythm, and You move with the cycles instead of being broken by them, because life is always in constant change. Transitions don't end, they spiral. Transitions don't end, they spiral. Every arrival carries the seed of the next letting go, or carries the seed of the next upgrade. So that's why it comes in spiral. Stay awake, stay willing to shed old skins again and again. This is how you live fully. This is how you manage transitions. This is how you don't get shocks in the future. The key words in this phase are gratefulness, wisdom, and constant growth. If this video, again, I repeat, found you in between, trust it. You will be okay. This is the start of your next chapter. This is not the end of your story. And if you'd like to go deeper, I have added a free guide here. You can download it. It shares a framework for navigating life and business with more clarity. The links is in the description below, and it's yours.